Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Gopi Janavalabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Yashoda Nandana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Jaya Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana 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 Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari 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 Jai Sri Sri Radha Madhava Ki Jai Jai Sri Sri Radha Rasa Bihari Ki Jai Jai Sri Sri Radha Shama Sundar Ki Jai Jai Sri Sri Radha Damodar Ki Jai Jai Sri Sri Radha Giridhari Ki Jai Jai Sri Sri Radha Partha Sarati Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we're continuing our study of the Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Today's shloka is Antya Lila, text number 71. TK? Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Gaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shloka 71. Tar Madhye Sarva Shrestha Nama Sankirtana. Niraparade Nama Loila Pai Prema Dana. Tar Madhye Sarva Shrestha Nama Sankirtana. Niraparade Nama Loila Pai Prema Dana. Tar Madhye Sarva Shrestha Nam Sankirtana. Niraparade Nama Loila Pai Prema Dana. Dharmadde of the 9 different types of devotional service. These words, Dharmadde, is referring to the previous shloka where they say Bhajanera Madhye. Dharmadde means amongst those of Bhajanera Madhye. So it's referring to the 9 types of bhajan. So Dharmadde means amongst these, and Srila Prabhupada is expanding it for us. Amongst these means amongst the 9 different types of devotional service. Clear? Tik? Acha. Sarvashrestha, the most important of all. Shrestha means the topmost. Sarva, the most important of all the topmost things. This is what we're talking about in this shloka. Nam Sankirtan, chanting of the holy name of the Lord. This is the Sarva Shrestha. This is the topmost, most important thing of Dharmadde, of all the 9 processes of devotional service. Nam Loile. Nam Loile means, Loila means to take. If you take the holy name, how to take it? Niraparadhe, without any offenses. If you take the holy name without offense, what happens? Pai Premadana. Then you get the most valuable ecstatic love of Krishna. That's if we take the holy name Niraparadhe, with no aparad. We get Krishna Premadana. What if we are chanting with aparad? What if the aparad is there? Then what happens? Do we get Krishna Premadana? No. Why not? Because the shloka says you only get Krishna Premadana with Niraparade chanting. So the aparad chanting will not give you the result. Why not? Because in spiritual life, there's a right way and a wrong way to do everything. The right way is niraparad chanting. The wrong way is aparad chanting. If you do it the right way, you get the result, Krishna Premadana. If you do it the wrong way, you don't get the result, no Krishna Premadana. Is that logical? Is that fair? Tik. Sri Chaitanya, he's logical and he's fair. So Prabhupada's translation of this shloka, of the 9 processes of devotional service, the most important, Sarva Shrestha, the most important is to always chant the holy name of the Lord. And if one does so, avoiding the 10 kinds of offenses, one very easily obtains the most valuable love of Godhead, Krishna Premadana. So in this shloka, we don't just say Krishna Prema, we say Krishna Premadana. It's the most beneficial thing that we could ever get. It's the greatest benediction. Krishna Prema is the greatest benediction. Therefore, Premadana, Krishna Premadana. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is going to quote Srila Jiva Goswami. So Srila Jiva Goswami gives the following directions in his Bhakti Sandarbha 270, Shloka 270 of the Bhakti Sandarbha. So the translation is that chanting the holy name is the chief means of attaining love of Godhead. There are 9 ways, but of the 9, the number 1 chief Sarva Shrestha way is Nam Sankirtan. This chanting is devotional service. This is the topmost devotional service. We shouldn't think that chanting is just my sadhana. It's your bhakti seva. It's your Krishna seva. It's devotional service. If we chant with devotion. If we chant with no devotion, is it then devotional service? No, then it's just service. There's a difference between seva and bhakti. Seva means service. Bhakti means devotional service. So the devotion has to be there. This is what this shloka is saying. This is what Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport. So the chief means of attaining love of God, it is chanting the holy name niraparadhe, with no aparad. What does it mean, niraparadhe? Well, aparadhe. Apa means opposite, different from. Different from who? Different from Radha. Aparadhe. Not like Radha's chanting. Different than Radha's chanting. Because Radha's chanting is with prem, with devotion, with bhakti. So aparadhe means we're chanting with no devotion. We're just chanting maybe as a duty. Maybe because I have to chant. Because if I don't chant 16 rounds, I can't stay in the ashram. I have to leave. So let me chant 16 rounds. Now I have my place to sleep. I have my 3 meals every day. So, but this is not the reason to chant 16 rounds. This is seva, but it's not bhakti. It's not devotional seva. And this devotional seva does not depend on any paraphernalia. It does not depend on anything external. Because where does the devotion come from? Let's think about it. When we say devotional service, and we say seva, service without devotion, where does that devotion come from? Who knows? Comes from the heart. Thank you, Sadhu. It comes from our heart. So we're giving the devotion to the seva. Just like a businessman, he gives his devotion to making money. Everyone has some seva that they do, and they give their devotion to it to be successful. So for devotees in ISKCON to be successful in what we do, which is bhakti yoga, we need that devotion that comes from the heart. In other words, devotion means emotion. Devotion means emotion, which means feeling. We have to have some feeling for the holy name. If there's no emotion, then there's no devotion, and then it's only a commotion. It's just blah, 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 which is what the Mayavadis do. They do blah, blah, blah. They talk about this and that, but there's no devotion, no emotion. It's dry. So this is the Antarashtriya Krishna Bhavanamrita Sangha, right? Bhavanamrita. Amrit means nectar. Which nectar? Bhavana, the nectar of my feelings. Bhavanamrit. Krishna Bhavanamrit. If there's no bhavana, then there's no amrit. Logical? Krishna Bhavnamrit Sangha. This is the association of the Vaishnavas who are tasting that Bhavnamrit. Krishna Bhavnamrit. The businessman is experiencing Rupi Bhavnamrit. Just to give you an example. That Bhavnamrita people are experiencing. But we're Krishna Bhavnamrita. This is what we're interested in. The feelings that we're tasting, that nectar of the holy name of Krishna. And this is the Sangha for everyone who is tasting that Krishna Bhavnamrita. So therefore, that's why Jiva Goswami says that this chanting does not depend on any external thing, on any paraphernalia. It does not depend on taking birth in a good family. The Western devotees, many of them, including me, did not take birth in a good family. My father left my mother when I was just a child. So I didn't even have a proper family. Only my mother worked day and night to raise her son. The husband, he went away right from the beginning. And in Kali Yuga, this is the situation. You cannot trust the men anymore. They only want Indriya Tripti. They don't want Krishna Bhavnamrit. They want Indriya Tripti. And that's why everybody wants to study at IIT. They want to get the highest degree because they want IT. That's what they want. Indriya Tripti. They're thinking IT means something else. It means Indriya Tripti. They want the money for that Indriya Tripti. That's their Bhavnamrita. But ours is Krishna Bhavnamrita. We only want Krishna. So, how do we get that? So, here Jiva Goswami explains it by humility. Trinadapi Sunichena. Very humble, we have to chant the holy name. And meekness. Taror iva sahishnara. Very tolerant. This is the teaching of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahishnura. Then we will come to Kirtaniya Sadahari. This is the teaching of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is the teaching here also of Jiva Goswami. By our humility, Trinadapi sunichena, and by our meekness, taroriva sahishnura, what happens? We attract the attention of Krishna. Krishna says, oh, these devotees, they're chanting so nicely, so humble, so sweetly. They want Krishna prema, then let me give it to them. So, this is what Jiva Goswami is saying, that this is the verdict of all the Vedas. Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahishnuna. If we want Krishna prema, then we have to chant with humility and great tolerance, a meek approach. So when I was studying, when I was living as a brahmachari in the ashram, and I was studying this shloka, and I was thinking, how am I going to come to this platform of Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahishnuna? I was thinking, how am I going to be more humble than grass? And not ordinary grass, because when you walk on ordinary grass, after you walk, it comes back up again. But the trina is the cut grass. That's what you give the cows. When you step on the trina, it doesn't come back up. That's what you give the cows. The straw in the street. We have to be more humble than the straw in the street. and more tolerant than a tree. How tolerant is the tree? In any situation, and the weather is very cold, very hot, very dry, very rainy, the tree never complains. We have to become more tolerant than the tree, never complaining. So I was thinking, how am I going to become like this? How is it possible? Because I knew my mind, I knew my desires, I knew what I had done in my past life before I became a devotee. I knew I had a big ego. So I prayed, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, why are you telling me to become more humble than the grass and more tolerant than the tree? It's not possible. Is it possible? If it is possible, you please tell me how it is possible. This was my prayer to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Why do we pray to Gauranga Mahaprabhu? Why do we pray to Krishna? Because in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that he fulfills our desires. How many people know that shloka? How many people have read that Krishna fulfills the desires of his devotees? Nobody knows? Yeyatamam prapajyante tamstataiva bhajamyaham. As you approach me, I reciprocate accordingly. So I followed this shloka and I approached Krishna and Mahaprabhu and I said, how am I going to become more humble than the grass and more tolerant than the tree? I don't know if it's possible for me. If it is possible, please tell me how it is. This is my desire. You fulfill the desires of your devotees. Please fulfill this desire of mine. This was my prayer. This is what I do whenever I want to understand something. Whenever I want to know something, I pray to Krishna. This is my desire. I wish to understand something. I wish to know something. And then Krishna reciprocates and gives you the answer. So when I prayed to Lord Gauranga, how can I become more humble than the grass, more tolerant than the tree? Then after a short period of time, the Lord gave me the answer. And I'm going to share the answer with you. Okay? Lord Chaitanya said, just look at the next line in the shloka. Oh, the next line in the shloka? Amanina manadena. This is the secret. Amanina manadena. Manadena means I give all honor and respect to everybody else. What happens when I give all honor and respect to everybody else? That's how I develop humility. And amanina means I don't want any honor and respect for myself. This is how I develop tolerance like a tree. Because if nobody honors me and no one respects me, then I'm happy. Amanina. I don't want honor and respect. If I want honor and respect and no one honors me, then I'm not happy. But in this case, you don't want honor and respect. Therefore, no one honors you, no one respects you, you're happy. This is how you become more tolerant than the tree. And you give all the honor and respect to other people. If someone does come to you and wants to honor and respect you, you say, no, the honor and respect doesn't go to me, it goes to Srila Prabhupada. Before I met Srila Prabhupada, I was fool number one. So whatever I know now is because of Srila Prabhupada, therefore all honor and respect doesn't come to me, it goes to Srila Prabhupada. So this is how we can develop how to become more tolerant than the tree and more humble than the grass. By practicing amanina and manadena in our daily life, moment to moment. hour by hour, day by day, month by month, year by year, for the rest of our life. That becomes our sadhana. I don't want honor and respect for myself. I only want to give it to everybody else. And then what happens? Kirtaniya sadahari. Then you will always be able to chant the holy name of the Lord. Tik? What is the deep meaning of Kirtaniya sadahari? The surface meaning is that you'll always be able to chant Hare Krishna, Sada, always. What is the deep meaning? Always remembering Krishna. Who is that personality who's always remembering Krishna? When Rupa Goswami says the 6 principles of surrender, number 1, always remember Krishna. Who is Rupa Goswami thinking of? Narad Muni. Narad Muni is always remembering Krishna. And when Rupa Goswami says never forget Krishna, who is he thinking of? Which Mahajan never forgot Krishna? Prahlad Maharaj. In the most difficult circumstances, he never forgot Krishna. So always remember Krishna like Narada Muni. Never forget Krishna like Prahlad Maharaj. And always be confident that Krishna's mercy will be there for you. Why you should always be confident? Because you're practicing amanina manadena in your life. You don't want honor and respect for yourself. You want to give it to everybody else. And then Kirtaniya Sadahari. The deep meaning of Kirtaniya Sadahari means that you go back to Godhead. Because back to Godhead is the only place where Kirtaniya Sadahari is going on. There's no Kirtaniya Sadahari in the material world. It's only in the spiritual world, in Goloka Vrindavan. So when we practice Amanina Manadena, then Kirtaniya Sadahari, you will go back home, back to Godhead. And here Jiva Goswami tells you why. Because you attract the attention of Krishna. Krishna focuses his attention on you because you're following Trinadapi Sunichana Taroriva Sahishnura Manina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Therefore Krishna says, why you want to be in the material world? Come back home. I make arrangement for you. You please come back. So this is the teaching that Jiva Goswami is telling us. This is the teaching Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is telling us. And this is the verdict of all the Vedas. Therefore, Prabhupada concludes that if one becomes very humble and if one becomes very meek, he can easily attain the lotus feet of Krishna in this age of Kali. So we are living in the age of Kali, the most troublesome age. The number one age for confusion, for quarrels, for misunderstanding. But we can very easily attain Krishna by practicing amanina manadena in our daily life. Not desiring honor and respect for ourselves, but offering it to everyone else. Because this is what Krishna does. Krishna is giving honor and respect to everybody else. He's not desiring you honor and respect me. Krishna, Ishvara Parama Krishna, he is the supreme controller of all the other controllers. But how humble is Krishna? Let's analyze. We know that he's Sarva Shaktiman. We also know that. But how humble is Krishna? Here is how humble Krishna is. That he takes the eternal form in Goloka of a barefoot cowherd boy herding cows. This is how humble Krishna is. He herds cows every day. And he doesn't even wear shoes. No chappal. He goes barefoot. That's how humble Krishna is. And when Krishna sees that you are also humble, because you're practicing amanina amanadena in your life, then Krishna says, oh, you are just like me. Come back to Goloka and join me. Let's herd cows together. Jai. So this is the secret of success. This is what Gauranga Mahaprabhu was saying. Of the 9 processes of devotional service, the most important is to always chant the holy name of the Lord, but niraparadhe, with no aparad. No desiring to be honored and respected. Oh, look at me, how advanced I am. Now I'm a Brahmin. When I came and joined ISKCON, I was Shudra. Now I'm Brahmin. Everyone should be serving me. Why I'm serving them? They should serve me. I'm Brahmin. No, this is not our philosophy. We become more humble than the grass. We're always serving everybody else. So, Prabhupada says that this is the fulfillment of all great sacrifices, of all the great yagyas. Niraparad Nam is the greatest yagya of all the yagyas. It's the greatest not only of all yagyas, it's the greatest of all tapasya. Just chanting Hare Krishna Nam is tapasya. But how nectar is this tapasya? Kevala Ananda Kanda. This is only Ananda Kanda. This is the Ananda tapasya. Haranama eva kevalam. So wonderful. And it's an austerity. What is the austerity? Chanting the holy name. The austerity is that you're doing it 24 hours. But you're receiving so much nectar. Bhavnamrit. You're tasting that Bhavnamrit. Krishna Bhavnamrit. So by chanting the holy name, we're living in the Sangha. The Antarashtriya Krishna Bhavnamrita Sangha. We are living it. We are part of it. Don't be an observer, seeing everybody else is tasting the nectar of the holy name, Bhavnamrit. No, I also have to taste that Bhavnamrit. I have to chant with devotion from the heart, so that I will also taste that Bhavnamrit. So by avoiding the aparads, one can easily obtain the most valuable treasure, Krishna Prema. So there are 10 aparads. We have to know what are the 10 aparads, because we have to avoid these aparads. How many people know what are the 10 aparads? Okay? Let me test you. Which aparad is number 10? Okay, number 10. We're maintaining material attachments even after hearing so many instructions on this matter. And what is the proof that we're maintaining material attachments? The proof is that we are inattentive. I'm not, for example, when I was a young bhakta also. I used to be young. It's true. I also used to live in a brahmacharya ashram. And so I was thinking, how am I going to become free from this aparad, these 10 offenses? And because I was thinking, when I chant the holy name, when I'm doing my japa, where does my mind go? Does my mind go to Krishna Lila? Or does my mind go to my Lila? Well, when I was in the brahmacharya ashram, my mind was going to my Lila, not to Krishna Lila. So I realized, this is the meaning of that 10th aparad. I'm maintaining my material attachments. I'm thinking about them while I'm chanting Krishna's holy name. Oy, 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 that is an aparad. If I'm chanting Krishna's holy name, let me think of Krishna. But I chant the holy name of Krishna, and then I'm thinking of my Lila, not Krishna Lila. So this is the most serious aparad. Who said it is the most serious aparad? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He said that if we can solve the problem of the 10th aparad, then all the other aparads get resolved automatically. You don't have to worry about the other 9. If you solve the 10th aparad, all the other 9 are automatically taken care of. And why is that? Because by hearing, the heart becomes purified. The mind becomes purified. The desires become purified. Therefore, we don't think of anything else. So this 10th aparad is the most important. Attentive. We have to be completely attentive to hear the holy name. And we can do this in the kirtan. We just had a wonderful kirtan, Srila Prabhupada's Guru Puja Kirtan. Everyone was chanting. Was anybody thinking my Lila during that kirtan? Nobody. So during the kirtan, we can do this 10th. We can solve the problem of the 10th offense. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Param Vijayate, the conqueror of Maya in Kali Yuga is Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, singing the holy names of the Lord. Therefore, when I do my japa, what if I sing my japa? Because I turn the japa into a one-man kirtan, just by myself in my room. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. You chant 16 rounds like that. This is Shuddha Nam. Because you're not thinking of anything. And why are you not thinking of anything when you're singing? Because when you sing, you cannot think. It's impossible. When you sing, you cannot think. That's why Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. The supreme conqueror is Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Now sometimes I ask people, during the kirtan, was anybody thinking? And one person will raise their hand, or maybe two. And they said that they were thinking during the kirtan. And I told them, you were thinking while I was chanting. Because when you sing in the kirtan, it's impossible to think. But when you stop singing and you listen to me, then your mind starts thinking. Everybody understand this point? How to solve this problem in the kirtan? When we stop the singing to listen to the leader, then my mind can now start thinking. How to solve that problem? Just keep on singing. Always sing. Don't stop singing. Then the mind cannot think. It's impossible. This is how you solve the problem. So, therefore, when one performs the chanting properly, niraparadhe, with no thinking, just hearing the holy name, then Prabhupada says one achieves ecstatic love of Godhead, which is the complete perfection of our life. Therefore, whatever you do in executing devotional service must be accompanied with the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Supposing your service is cleaning the temple room floor. While you do that service, you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you're cooking in the kitchen, while you're cooking, you're always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whatever service you do, you add the chanting of the holy name to give the double Shakti. Now the mind will not be able to think. What happens when the mind stops thinking and hears the holy name? The mind becomes purified. The mind becomes a Vaishnava. Right now, our mind is not a Vaishnava. This is our problem. I want to be a Vaishnava, but my mind wants to enjoy Indriya Tripti. How many people experience this? Okay, now we know what is the problem. How do we solve this problem? Listen carefully. Everybody likes to make devotees, right? Everybody likes to go out and preach and make a devotee. Tik? So now the goal is, let's make our mind a devotee. The most important devotee I can make is my own mind. Forget about the people outside. First make your own mind a devotee. Then go outside and make others devotees. So how are we going to make our own mind a devotee? Because we're going to add the Maha Mantra. We're going to sing the Maha Mantra with every other service that we do. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sometimes when I'm asked to go on the altar to do puja, how do I do puja? I'm always chanting the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because I don't want my mind to start thinking about my Lila while I'm doing the puja. That would be crazy. So whatever we do, we focus on the holy name, because the holy name is Krishna. It's not different than Krishna. It is Krishna directly. On the altar, we have the marble incarnation of the Lord. But the holy name is the sound incarnation of the Lord. When the curtains closed, you no longer have darshan of the marble incarnation of the Lord. But when you're chanting the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then you can have 24-hour darshan of the sound incarnation of the holy name of the Lord. The holy name and the Lord is the same. 24-hour darshan, always chanting. Whatever else I do, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Rupa Goswami in his Nam Ashtaka, the 8 shlokas glorifying the holy name, this is what he says in the first shloka. O Harinam, the tips of the toes of your lotus feet are constantly being worshipped by the glowing radiance emanating from the string of gems known as the Upanishads, the crown jewels of all the Vedas. So the Upanishads are glorifying the holy name. You are eternally adored by liberated souls such as Narada and Shukadev. O Harinam, I take complete shelter of you. We have to take complete shelter of the holy name. And here in this shloka, Rupa Goswami mentions Narada Muni and Shukadev Goswami. There's 3 topmost devotees that we've ever seen in our sampradaya. 3 of them. Narada Muni, he always remembers Krishna. Shukadev, he's always talking about Krishna. And who's the 3rd most important Vaishnava? Mahajan Mahabhagavat Vaishnava. Prahlad Maharaj, he never forgets Krishna. In the lists of the topmost devotees, there's 2 lists. Who are the topmost devotees that attain perfection through bhakti yoga? And who are the topmost devotees who attain perfection through preaching? And Prahlad Maharaj is in both lists. His name is in both lists. Shukadev Goswami, his name is in both lists. What glorious devotees these are. And we should follow in their footsteps, always taking shelter of the Lord through his holy name. Similarly, Sanatana Goswami has also praised the chanting of the holy name in his Brihad Bhagavatamrita. And this is what Sanatana says. All glories to the all blissful holy name of Sri Krishna, which causes the devotees to give up all conventional religious duties. They give up all conventional meditation, and they give up all conventional worship. We only surrender to the holy name. Harinama, 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 Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nasjeva, 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 Gatiranyata. What does it mean, Nasjeva? Nasti means no other way, and Eva means certainly. Nasjeva, there's certainly no other way, certainly no other way, certainly no other way, except Harinama. 3 times it's repeated. Are we convinced that there's no other way to get Krishna Prema except through the holy name? How many people are convinced? Not all the Matajis are convinced. We have to become convinced and take shelter of the holy name. Harinama eva kevalam. There's no other way. Eva, certainly only the holy name. Kevalam, only. It's the most important thing. Therefore, Sanatana Goswami says that one should become more tolerant. No, where is that? Sanatana Goswami says, when somehow or other uttered even once by a living entity, the holy name awards him liberation. If we can chant the holy name just once, purely, in our whole life, then we can get liberation, we can get Krishna Prema. How many people have heard this or read this in the Shastra? Only once. That's why we chant 24 hours a day. Because out of all that chanting, maybe once, maybe one time it will be near Aparad Nam. All we need is it that one time. And if you can do it once, that's wonderful. It means now you can do it a second time. And then a third time. Because now you've developed the practice of Nir Aparad chanting. So the most difficult is the first time. But then the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth become more and more easy. Because now we have experienced Nir Aparad chanting of the holy name. This is what Sanatana Goswami is saying. And we can experience it because the holy name of Krishna is the highest nectar. And Sanatana Goswami said, it is my only treasure, the very life, and my only treasure is the holy name. Nothing else has any value for me. This is what Sanatana Goswami is saying. And what does Shukadeva Goswami say? Shukadeva says, he's speaking to the king. Which king is he speaking to? Parikshit Maharaj, yes. He says, O Parikshit Maharaj, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of the great authorities is the doubtless and fearless way of success for everybody, including those who are free from all material desires, including those who have desires for all material enjoyment, and including those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. So in any situation in life, by chanting the holy names of the Lord, we can taste the highest nectar. And that's why Lord Chaitanya says, Trinadapi sunichana tarorapi sahishtana amanina manadena kirtaniya sadaheri. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to everybody else. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly, forever and ever and ever. Constantly, we'd make that constantly into eternally. We begin by constantly, and then it becomes natural, becomes a samskara in our consciousness that a mind always goes to the holy name, and then we're able to chant eternally. Kirtaniya Sadahari. We eternally chant the holy name in Goloka Vrindavan, because that's where the eternal holy name is always going on. So we've spoken for a little bit about the glories of the holy name. I hope you got some benefit from this. Are there any questions? Okay.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving such a nectar of the holy name and importance of the holy name, and showing us that I was realizing after hearing that even I have heard this so many times, but actually my inattentive chanting shows that I actually am not convinced that holy name is the only means. So how to come to this point, this conviction?
Okay, so here's the problem. He's raising a good point. He's saying that he's heard many times we have to take shelter of the holy name, but still, and we have to control our mind, but still the mind is going to Indriya Tripti. Still, I'm thinking I'm the body. I'm not coming to this highest realization. And so what is this? How do we solve the problem? This is your question. So first, in order to solve the problem, we have to understand what is the problem. So the problem is that we are conditioned souls. We're conditioned. We are not liberated. We're conditioned. It means we're brainwashed. We're thinking that we're the body. I'm thinking I'm male. I'm thinking someone else is female. I'm thinking I'm Indian. I'm thinking someone else is American. This is wrong. And I should be thinking that I am pure soul, Atma Tattva. I am Atma. Everyone is Atma. So to break through this conditioning, I have to understand that I am not this body, and I cannot behave like I'm this body. If I am Atma, how does the Atma behave? I should start behaving like Atma. And the Atma behaves, number one, Trinadapi Sunichena, offering all respects to everybody else, not considering their position. I offer Dandavat pranams to women, to men, to Karmis, to Americans, to Muslims, to everybody, because everybody is Nitya Krishna Das. Everybody is Atma. So I have to practice living like Atma, not like living I'm the body. Oh, I'm Indian, he's Pakistani, therefore I don't like him. This is material bodily concept. We want to get rid of this concept. We have to behave like Atma. You have to live like Atma, talk like Atma, act like Atma. Okay? So, and by hearing the holy name and studying Srila Prabhupada's books, we become focused that I am not this body, I am the holy name, I'm the spirit soul. I'm the spirit soul, I'm Atma, and I behave like an Atma, and I chant the holy name of the Lord, which is the proper medicine for the diseased condition. When we say that we're living in conditional life, it means we're not in a normal, healthy life. Normal, healthy life means that I am Atma. I behave like Atma. I see everybody else as Atma. The diseased condition of life is I thinking I'm the body, and I treat everyone else as the body. I see everyone else as the body. I'm in ignorance. This is the diseased condition. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the expert physician. He's going to treat your disease. And how to treat the disease? First, he has to give you the proper diet. The proper diet is to only eat Krishna Prasadam. And what is the proper behavior? The proper behavior is to only chant the holy name, take shelter of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the expert physician gives us the proper diet and the proper activity to become free from this diseased condition that I'm thinking I'm the body. How am I going to become free? Well, let me share with you something that you can do. Because the first thing that everybody does when they wake up in the morning, they go into the bathroom. That's the first thing everyone does. And they're thinking, I have to take care of the body. So if we can solve the problem, the very first thing, so right from the very beginning, I'm thinking I'm Atma Tattva. So here's how we do it. What you do is you go online and you search for Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am pure spirit soul. And you print it out in a big font. You print it out and then you cut it and you paste that Aham Brahmasmi on the mirror in your bathroom. So the first thing when you get out of bed, you go into the bathroom, the first thing you see in the mirror is Aham Brahmasmi. Oh, I'm spirit soul. I'm not this body. So now I will give this body a bath, a shower. I'm not taking shower. The body, I'm giving the body a shower. Everything, I'm not shaving. The body is getting shaved. I don't have a gray hair. The body has a gray hair. Aham brahmasmi. You glue it with glue on your mirror. The first thing in the morning you go into your bathroom, you realize I am spirit soul. And then you're thinking that the whole morning program, when you're getting dressed, when you're chanting japa, when you come to the temple, you take darshan, you're thinking aham brahmasmi. You're not on the bodily concept of life. Is that a good idea? Okay. Okay, so I can give a class on this topic for 2 or 3 hours, but we don't have 2 or 3 hours, so I just gave you one very good tip. You have another question here from this Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you Prabhuji for wonderful session. Prabhuji, I want to know about 7th offense.
What do you want to know?
7th offense towards holy name.
The 7th offense
Yes.
is to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Prabhuji.
That means that because I'm chanting the Maha Mantra, I'm thinking that my Indriya Tripti mentality is not an aparad because I'm chanting the holy name. But it is still an aparad. It's still the 7th offense. We have to stop this thinking of, because the thinking about my Lila, and when I think of my Lila, I'm thinking of my Pap Lila sometimes, not my Punya Lila. I also think of my Pap Lila. Sometimes in my mind, I think about someone who cheated me, and I get angry, and I want to hit him in my mind. But this is the 7th offense. It's an aparad. Fortunately, in Kali Yuga, Krishna gives us a special benediction that what we think in the mind is not held against us. We don't have to suffer that aparad. However, once we start thinking, eventually we start speaking. We think and then we speak later on. So we have to stop the thinking immediately. Then there will be no speaking, and then there will be no acting. But if I'm thinking of an aparad, then I speak about the aparad, then I act the aparad. This is 1, 2, and 3. So immediately you have to stop thinking of these things. You just stop it. Bas, ho gya. You just stop it. Prabhupada said you drag your mind away from that thought, forcibly. And you just think of Krishna. So we have to do something, we have to act to become Krishna conscious. It doesn't happen automatically by eating and sleeping, I will become a devotee. No. You have to act against the aparads. You have to act against the conditional life. You have to act against the desires. Don't allow those desires to get reality. We have to subdue them, and we have to change our desires, change our thoughts to Krishna Seva, not to Indriya Tripti. So, because I'm thinking I'm the body, this is what Srila Prabhupada taught me. Atmavat manyate jagat. The way I think is the way I see the universe. Atmavat manyate jagat. So if I see myself as the body, then I see everybody else as the body. Now you know why you're seeing everybody else as the body, because you see yourself as the body. But if you see yourself as spirit soul, Atmavat manyate jagat, then you see everyone else as spirit soul. Srila Prabhupada saw everyone else as spirit soul because he saw himself as spirit soul. Now we know what we have to do. Now we have some idea, the work that we have to do. It's all in the mind. Make the mind a Vaishnava and you've solved your problems. Your business is finished. You're going back to Godhead in this life. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go to Premanandi. Thank you very much.
Maharaj is very happy today. Let us say that we say